Good morning, children. Here I have taken two solutions. One is lemon juice mixed with water. The other one is washing powder that is mixed with water. So can you tell me the difference by seeing these two solutions? First thing, you can check their color, then their texture, and finally by taste. Actually, this lemon juice, we know it is sour in taste, and this soap water, it is actually bitter. Don't try to taste, trust me, it is bitter. Do you know why it is sour and why it is bitter? That is actually nature. See, this lemon juice is actually an acid and the soap water is actually a base. This acid names actually comes from the Latin name acidus, which means sour. The sourness actually, the intensity of the sourness varies in different acids. There are so many examples for acids like citrus fruits, orange, lemon, etc. When we come to this base, it is actually an alkali, which is a mild bitter compound. To a base, when we add water, it forms foam and feel soapy when touched. So here you can see it is forming a foam. Okay, and you touch also, you can feel that soapy. And best example for this base is baking soda, washing soda, quicklime, etc. So children, today we are going to see about the topic acid, bases and salts. Here are some examples that we see based upon this acid, bases and salts. First we have taken tomato. It is an acid because it consists of an oxalic acid. The second one, orange. It is also an acid, consists of citric acid. Third one, it is a bar soap. Actually, it is a base because it consists of sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH. Next one is vinegar. It consists of an acetic acid, so it belongs to an acid. The next one is the liquid soap. It consists of KOH, that is potassium hydroxide, so that is also a base. The next one is a common salt. We know that is NaCl, sodium chloride, so it is a salt. What about the sugar? It will not come under this three category, acid, bases or salt, so we'll see it later. And the next one, it is chalk. It consists of calcium carbonate, so it is a salt. Now we'll see the physical properties of these acid, bases and then salts. As I told you, the Latin name of acid is acidus, which means sour. And bases, usually it is an alkali and bitter in taste. Salts, we know it is salty in taste. Next thing is solubility. Mostly acids are soluble in water. And bases, some of them are soluble completely and most bases are insoluble. The salts, based on the type of the salts, the solubility will be there. See here for bases, NaOH and ammonium, that is sodium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide, are completely soluble. This calcium hydroxide solubility will be low. Now if you have taken this acids, what are the examples we can see? HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. So in all these three you can identify something in common, that is this hydrogen. So shall we tell that when hydrogen is present in if hydrogen is present, those thing or acid, whether it is correct? That is, all acids contains H, like HCl, H2SO4. Okay, compounds containing hydrogen or acids. No, it is not correct, because even H2O, that is also consists of hydrogen, but this is not an acid. It is actually a neutral one. Actually, the hydrogen present in the acids must be replaceable. That is, hydrogen need to be replaceable. When this acid reacts with anything else, H plus ion or H3O plus ion can be released. So when this acid reacts with any other thing, first thing you should note down is H plus ion or H3O plus ion must be removed. So hydrogen need to be replaceable. That is actually the acid. What about this bases? Bases are mostly metal oxides or metal hydroxides. Metal oxides like NaO or ZnO, that is zinc oxide, metal hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, like that. So we'll see in detail. And other one is salts, that is NaCl. We know it can be dissociates into Na plus and Cl minus. Both the ions are equalized, so we call this as a neutral one. Or else FeSO4, Fe2 plus SO4 2 minus. Now, can you tell me that when this acid and base reacts together, what will happen? Yes, when this acid and bases reacts together, it gives you a salt and water. Okay, we'll take any one acid like HCl or a base like NaOH. So when these HCl and NaOH reacts together, it gives you NaCl. So this NaCl, that is a salt, along with that it gives you a water. Okay, so now you would have got an idea about what is acid and what is base and what is salts. Okay, now how will you identify that this is acid and this is base? Under what reaction or under what test you will identify whether it is acid or a base? All the time you cannot taste that it is sour, so it is an acid, it is bitter, so it is a base. You cannot taste like that. So how will you identify whether it is acidic or basic? We can identify with the help of indicators. What do you mean by indicators? Actually, it indicates by changing the color. Actually, this indicator can be of three types. It is natural indicator, synthetic indicator, and olfactory indicator. Now first we'll see about this natural indicator. Here I have written litmus paper which it is taken from lichens. Okay, before that we'll see in our day-to-day life we are using some natural indicator. The first thing is turmeric. So we know it is yellow in color. So now I am showing you that this turmeric stained cloth. Okay, so when I dip this in an acid, okay, it will not show any changes. It will not show any changes. But when I dip this one in a base, you can see the changes. That is, this yellow color can be changed into a reddish brown color. So this is what the indicator. So that indicates whether it is an acid or it is a base. And the next one is the litmus paper. Actually, the litmus paper can be either blue color or red color. So for acidic purpose, we'll take blue litmus paper that changes into a red litmus paper. And for base, we'll take red litmus paper which changes into a blue litmus paper. And also one more example, it is red cabbage, which with acid it can be changed into reddish, and with base it will be changed into a greenish color. And the next one is the synthetic indicator. For synthetic indicator, the best example will be the phenolphthalein. So phenolphthalein, it is an indicator when few drops of phenolphthalein added towards acid, it does not show any changes, it will be colorless solution. When it is added towards a base, it will be changes into a pink color solution. When it is added towards a salt, it will be a colorless solution. And the next one is the olfactory indicator. Have you heard this name olfactory before? Yes, it denotes smell. Yes, nose. Such things are already you would have studied in biology, I think. So olfactory indicator, we are going to take best example as onion and then vanilla. So this onion, it loses its smell when added with base, and with acid it is not. Similarly vanilla also. The smell vanishes with base, but with acid it is not. So these are the thing which helps us to identify whether it is an acid or it is a base. Now we'll see some strong acid, weak acid, and strong base and weak bases. So strong acid, best example you can tell HCl, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, and nitric acid. Weak acids like acetic acid, oxalic acid, lactic acid, and carbonic acid. Strong bases, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. Weak bases, ammonium hydroxide. So I have given one tabular column for this indicator. So children, if you want, you can take one screenshot over this. So indicator, if you have taken red litmus, the original color will be red. If you dip that in acid, there will be no change, and in base it will be in blue. So B and then blue, like that you can identify, you can remember. Next, blue litmus, the original color will be blue, and acid it changes into red, and with base there will be no change. So turmeric, original color we know it is yellow, so there will be no change in acid, so it will be changed into reddish brown with base. Red cabbage, it is actually in purple color, and in acid it changes into reddish color, and with base in greenish yellow. Phenolphthalein, original color is colorless, so with acid no change, and with base pink color. Methyl orange is also a synthetic indicator. Original color is orange, it changes into red with acid and yellow with base. Onion and vanilla, with acids there will be no change, only with base the smell will vanish. So far we have seen what are acids, what are bases, and what are salts. So this is the introduction for this lesson. So here are some questions that I have given you, and we have seen so far it is that physical properties. The next thing we'll see chemical properties in next video. So now I'll give you some questions. Kindly note down these and try to answer. So the first question is, name the acid and base needed to form the salts given below. So I have given one example, that is ZnSO4 zinc sulfate. This salt can be formed with the help of one acid and one base. So what acid we can take for this? Since SO4 is here, I am taking sulfuric acid, and Zn is here, so any of the base. So acid plus base. So sulfuric acid with zinc oxide reacts together. It gives you ZnSO4 along with water. Similarly, you have to do for these three. There is ammonium nitrate, calcium chloride, and magnesium sulfate. The second question is, give the name of the acid present in vinegar, milk, and apple. So you have to mention the name of the acid that it is present here. And the third one is, how does toothpaste help to prevent decay of teeth? You know, toothpaste should be a base, then only we can apply that over our mouth or teeth or anything. So just think for it and answer for all these three questions, children. So I think you would have understand this. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, and thank you.